You know, I used to have this neighbor, a sweet lady named Marjorie, who no matter what time you stopped by, had a living room that looked like it belonged in a magazine. And I do not mean the kind of magazine photo where you wonder if anyone actually lives there. No, you could smell her fresh coffee brewing, hear her little radio humming an old Frank Sinatra tune, and yet not a single thing seemed out of place. I used to wonder, how does she do it? Does she have a magic wand tucked away in a kitchen drawer? Well, my friend, the truth is there is no magic. But there are a few simple, beautiful habits that make a home feel warm, inviting, and tidy. Even when life is busy, the grandchildren are visiting, or you have just had one of those days. Today, I am going to share 10 secrets that have kept my home, and the homes of so many women I have met over the years, looking ready for company at a moment's notice. And the best part, these secrets are gentle. They do not require hours of scrubbing or a back that can bend like it used to. These are the kind of tips that feel like kindness to yourself. Little gifts you give to make your daily life calmer and more joyful. Tip 1. The 2-minute kindness rule. I like to think of this as a kindness you do for yourself, not a chore you have to tick off. Here is the idea. If something takes less than 2 minutes to do, you do it right away. Think of it like giving your future self a little gift. Future you deserves to walk into a kitchen without yesterday's coffee cup sitting in the sink, waiting to be rinsed. She deserves a living room where her favorite chair is clear and ready for her book, not draped with yesterday's sweater. For example, when you come in from the grocery store, instead of setting the bags on the counter and wandering away, take those 2 minutes to put the milk in the fridge, tuck the bread in the bread box, and hang your purse where it belongs. When you finish a sandwich, rinse the plate right then and place it in the dishwasher so there is no mountain of dishes waiting later. These little actions keep clutter from turning into chaos. That cardigan you draped over a chair, tomorrow it could be part of a 3-foot pile. That one letter you left on the dining table, it will soon be buried under 5 pieces of unopened mail. And here is the magic. When you start acting in these little 2-minute bursts, the home begins to take care of itself. You stop having cleaning days because there is nothing huge to tackle. And my dear, there is a deeper joy in this. You are not just keeping the house neat. You are telling yourself you are worth a space that is pleasant, orderly, and ready for whatever the day brings. I once visited my friend Linda, who lives by this rule. She had just had 3 of her grandchildren over for an afternoon of cookie baking. You would expect a kitchen disaster, right? But no. While the cookies were in the oven, she quietly rinsed the bowls and put away the ingredients. When we sat down to enjoy our treats, the kitchen looked as though nothing had happened. She just smiled and said, "I cannot do it all at once anymore. So I do it in tiny kindnesses to myself." That is exactly the heart of this tip. Tip 2. A place for everything and everything in its gentle place. This is an old saying, but it is one of the truest keys to an always tidy home. Every single object needs a home of its own. And by home, I do not mean any drawer that has space. I mean a specific, consistent spot where it belongs every time. When an item does not have a home, it starts to wander. And wandering items create wandering eyes and a wandering mind. You start to wonder, where did I put that measuring tape? Or where did I leave my reading glasses? You spend more time searching than you would have spent putting it away in the first place. For example, keep a small dish by the door for your keys. Have a basket in the living room for remote controls. Give your reading glasses a resting place on your nightstand. Keep pens in one mug in the kitchen drawer and nowhere else. These little addresses save you from the frustration of hunting. When you live alone or with a spouse, it is easier to stick to this. But even if your grandchildren visit often, you can teach them. This is where Grandma keeps the crayon. This is where the books go when we are done. It becomes a little family tradition and your home stays peaceful, even during lively visits. Tip 3. The gentle 15-minute tidy. Long cleaning sessions can leave anyone feeling tired and sore. And truthfully, there are better ways to spend our energy than spending hours scrubbing and bending. The gentle 15-minute tidy is designed to keep your home in order without ever feeling like a burden. It is about short, consistent effort that prevents big messes from ever forming. Here's how it works. Choose one time each day that fits naturally into your routine. It might be right after breakfast, before settling in to watch your favorite evening program, or just before heading to bed. Set a gentle timer for 15 minutes, not more. Then spend that time moving through your home with one purpose: to put things back where they belong and give each room a quick refresh. This is not about deep cleaning. You are not washing windows or mopping every floor. You're simply picking up shoes from the hallway, folding a blanket on the couch, clearing dishes from the coffee table, or placing mail into a neat stack. If you see crumbs on the counter, give it a quick wipe. If pillows are out of place, fluff them and set them straight. When the timer rings, you stop. You know, the key is consistency. 15 minutes may not sound like much, but done daily, it prevents clutter from getting out of control. Instead of spending an entire Saturday cleaning from top to bottom, you are doing a little every day, which keeps your home in a constant state of readiness. This method also has a calming effect on the mind. Knowing that you have a set time each day to put things in order means you can relax during the rest of your day without feeling guilty about the little messes. They will be handled during your tidy time. An added benefit is that this short session can be gentle movement for your body. Walking from room to room, bending a little, reaching to place something on a shelf. It is light activity that keeps you moving without strain. If you live with others, you can make the 15-minute tidy a shared activity. Each person takes a different room, and in just a quarter of an hour, the entire home feels refreshed. Even if you are doing it alone, the results are still noticeable. The gentle 15-minute tidy is not just about having a cleaner home. It is about giving yourself a daily dose of order, calm, and accomplishment without the exhaustion that comes from marathon cleaning days. It is one of the simplest ways to create a home that always feels cared for. Tip 4. The memory box method. Well, this is my softer, heart-centered version of the single box method. It is perfect for us because many of our things carry memories. We cannot just toss them into a donation bin without a second thought. Here is how it works. Choose a sturdy box, and when you come across an item you are not sure you want to keep, maybe a scarf you have not worn in years, a serving dish you rarely use, or a book you have not opened in a decade, place it in the box. Write today's date on it. Close it and store it in a closet or the garage. The rule is this: if a full year passes and you have not opened the box to retrieve that item, you can let it go. You can donate it to someone who will truly use and enjoy it, or pass it along to a friend or family member. This way, you are not making a harsh snap decision. You are giving yourself time to see if you really need or miss the item. Often, you will not. And when you release it, you make space. Space in your home. Space in your mind. Space for new memories. My friend Helen did this with her kitchen gadgets. She put a bread machine, an extra set of mixing bowls, and a punch bowl into her memory box. A year later, she realized she had not even thought about them. She donated them to her church, and they used them at bake sales and potlucks. She told me it felt like those things were out in the world making new memories instead of collecting dust in my pantry. It is not just decluttering. It is a gentle, respectful way of deciding what truly belongs in the home you are living in now, not the home you had 20 years ago. Tip 5. Invisible tidying. Invisible tidying is the art of cleaning without it feeling like cleaning. It is all about using the little pauses in your day to make small improvements in your home, so there is never a huge mess to tackle later. When you are waiting for the kettle to boil, take a moment to wipe the kitchen counter and return a few items to their place while brushing your teeth. Straighten the items on the bathroom counter. During a television commercial, fold the blanket you are using, or put the mail into a neat pile. These actions are so quick and simple that they almost do not feel like work, but they add up to a noticeable difference. The home stays in a state of gentle order without the need for a dedicated cleaning day. One helpful way to approach this is to adopt a never leave empty-handed habit. Whenever you move from one room to another, carry something that belongs where you are going. This might be a cup from the living room heading to the kitchen, or a book from the kitchen table heading to the bookshelf. Over time, these tiny movements prevent clutter from building up in the first place. The beauty of invisible tidying is that it works for any schedule or energy level. It does not require blocking off hours of time or doing anything strenuous. It fits naturally into the flow of the day, allowing you to maintain a peaceful, welcoming home with ease. Tip 6. Clear and calm surfaces. Clearing surfaces is one of the simplest ways to instantly make a home feel more peaceful and spacious. When tables, countertops, and dressers are free from clutter, the whole room feels more open and inviting. Start by identifying the main surfaces in your home. Perhaps the dining table, the kitchen counters, the coffee table, the bedside table, and the bathroom sink. Decide what truly belongs there and remove everything else. Keep only the essentials or a few carefully chosen decorative items you enjoy looking at. For example, a kitchen counter might hold only a coffee maker and a bowl of fresh fruit. A coffee table could have a candle and a book you are currently reading. This makes each surface not only visually calmer, but also ready for use at any moment. To keep this up, make it a habit to clear these surfaces once a day. Evening is often the best time, so you wake up to an orderly space. The process only takes a few minutes, but makes a lasting impression. The effect is more than visual. A clear surface gives the mind a sense of completion and readiness. It allows you to prepare a meal without moving piles of paper, write a note without searching for space, or simply sit down with a cup of tea without feeling surrounded by clutter. Even if the inside of a drawer or cupboard is not perfect, the clear and calm surfaces you see every day will make the entire home feel more organized. Tip 7. The Cozy Zone System Vacuum. The Cozy Zone system is a simple way to keep your home organized by grouping related items together in dedicated areas. Each zone is designed for a specific activity, so everything you need is right there and always has a place to return to. For example, you might create a reading corner with a comfortable chair, a lamp, and a basket for books and reading glasses. In the kitchen, a baking area could hold mixing bowls, measuring cups, and baking pans. A small desk might serve as a letter W writing zone with stationery pens, stamps, and envelopes all in one drawer. By setting up zones, you reduce the chances of items drifting into random places where they do not belong. When something has a clear home that matches how you use it, putting it away becomes effortless. The beauty of this system is that you do not have to create all zones at once. Start with the areas you use most often, and add more as you notice patterns in your daily life. Zones can also make tidying much quicker. If the puzzle pieces are always in the game zone or the baking tools are always in the baking zone, you never have to think twice about where they go. Over time, the home begins to organize itself simply because everything has a purpose and a place. Tip 8. The Gathering Basket Method. The gathering basket method is a simple yet incredibly effective way to bring order to your home without exhausting yourself. The concept is easy to remember. You keep one container. It could be a basket, a tote bag, or a lightweight box, and use it to collect anything in your home that is out of place. By gathering first and putting things away afterward, you save both time and energy. Here is how to do it step by step. Choose a basket that is light enough to carry comfortably, but large enough to hold a variety of items. A basket with handles is especially helpful. Keep it in a spot that is easy to grab, such as near the kitchen or the living room. Once a day, or even twice if you like, take the basket and walk slowly through your home. Look for anything that is not where it belongs. This could be shoes left in the hallway, a coffee mug sitting on the side table, a magazine resting on the kitchen counter, or a pair of reading glasses on the bathroom shelf. Place each out-of-place item into the basket. Do not stop to put each item away individually yet. That is the key to saving time. After you have walked through all the rooms you want cover, look inside your basket. Now, take a single focused trip to put everything away. If you have a 2-story home, you can collect everything for upstairs and make just one trip up instead of going back and forth multiple times. This saves your legs and reduces the strain of constant walking. The gathering basket method also helps you become more aware of the patterns in your home. You might notice that certain items are always wandering, which could be a sign they do not have a proper home yet. Once you give those items a dedicated spot, you will have less to pick up over time. This method works beautifully for people who tire easily or prefer to do things in short bursts. It transforms tidying into a calm, organized process instead of a frantic dash from room to room. In just a few minutes, you can restore order to your home without feeling like you have done heavy work. Over time, the basket becomes your secret weapon for keeping your space consistently neat with minimal effort. Tip 9. The vertical fold method. The vertical fold method is a smart, space-saving way to organize clothing, linens, and even small household items. It changes the way you store things by folding them so they stand upright instead of stacking them in piles. This approach lets you see every item at a glance, keeps drawers tidy for longer, and often creates extra space where there seemed to be none. Third, take one item, for example, a t-shirt, and fold it in half lengthwise, then in half again to form a neat rectangle. Now, make 1 or 2 more folds, depending on the size of the drawer, until the rectangle can stand upright on its edge. Place it in the drawer with the folded edge facing up, side by side with other items folded in the same way. The result is immediate. When you open the drawer, you can see every shirt at once. There's no more digging to find the one you want. No more pulling from the bottom of a pile and disturbing the rest. This method works just as well for pants, sweaters, dish towels, pillowcases, scarves, and tablecloths. Another benefit is that upright storage prevents heavy creases. In stacked piles, the weight of the items on top crushes those below, causing wrinkles and sometimes damage over time. With a vertical fold, each piece supports only itself, so it stays smooth and ready to use. You can also use small boxes or drawer dividers to keep the upright folds from tipping over, especially for lighter fabrics. This helps maintain the order even if the drawer is not completely full. Once you try this method, you may find it so satisfying that you begin applying it beyond clothing. Craft supplies, reusable shopping bags, fabric squares, and even seasonal decorations can all be folded and stored upright in bins or baskets. The vertical fold method is more than just a storage trick. It is a way of caring for your belongings, so they are easy to see, easy to reach, and easy to keep in good condition. It takes only a little extra attention when folding laundry, but it gives back in the form of neatly organized drawers, quick choices when getting dressed, and a home that feels orderly in the small details as well as the big ones. Tip 10. The Night Reset Ritual. The night reset ritual is one of the most powerful habits you can create for maintaining a home that feels calm, welcoming, and ready for a fresh start every single morning. It is a short, intentional routine you do before going to bed designed to bring the house back to order after the day's activities. The goal is not perfection. It is preparation. You are setting up tomorrow's version of yourself for success. Here's how it works. Choose a time in the evening when the day's main activities are finished. This could be right after supper, after your favorite television program, or just before you head to bed. Set aside about 15 to 20 minutes for this ritual. The key is consistency, making it a nightly habit so it becomes as natural as brushing your teeth before bed. Begin in the kitchen because this is often the room that collects the most daily clutter. Wash the dishes or place them in the dishwasher. Wipe down the counters. Put away any food items left out and return utensils or appliances to their proper places. even if you have only a few items to put away. Doing this step ensures you wake up to a clear and functional space for breakfast. Next, move to the living areas. Straighten pillows on the couch, fold blankets, and clear coffee tables of cups, papers, or remote controls. Take a quick look for anything that does not belong and return it to its home. The aim is to create a room that would make you smile if you walked into it first thing in the morning. In the bedroom, put dirty laundry in the hamper, lay out tomorrow's clothing, and clear the nightstand of any unnecessary items. In the bathroom, hang towels neatly, close cabinet doors, and place toiletries where they belong. These small touches keep the rooms feeling cared for and ready to use without effort. The beauty of the night reset ritual is that it prevents the snowball effect of mess. Without it, small bits of clutter from today combined with tomorrow's activity, and by the end of the week, you are faced with a larger cleaning job. By doing just a little each night, you avoid that buildup entirely. This routine also has a calming effect on the mind. There is a deep sense of satisfaction in knowing the home is in order before you sleep. It is as though you are tucking the house in for the night, giving it a rest as you take yours. Many people find that they sleep better when their surroundings are peaceful and uncluttered. The night reset ritual is not about making your home perfect every evening. It is about ending the day with intention, so you wake up to a space that supports you. Over time, you will find that mornings feel lighter, daily tasks are easier, and your home remains in a state of gentle readiness without ever requiring long hours of cleaning. My dear friend, a tidy home is not about perfection, and it is certainly not about impressing anyone. It is about creating a space that feels peaceful, welcoming, and ready for life to happen. It is about opening your eyes in the morning and seeing a kitchen that invites you to make coffee, a living room that is ready for conversation, and a bedroom that feels restful at the end of the day. All 10 of these habits are simple on their own, but together they can quietly transform your daily life. You do not need to change everything at once. Start with 1 or 2 tips that feel easy for you and let them become second nature. When you are ready, add another. Before long, you will look around and realize that your home has been steadily becoming the comfortable, organized haven you always want. Remember, you deserve a space that supports you, comforts you, and makes you proud to welcome anyone who knocks at your door. Whether you had noticed or not, you have the power to create that space. No matter your age, your schedule, or the size of your home, I would love to hear which of these tips you will start with. Share your thoughts in the comments so we can encourage each other and celebrate small victories together. And if you have not already, subscribe and join our community, where we share not just tips for a home you love, but wisdom for a life well lived. Here's to a home that greets you each day like an old friend, warm, tidy, and always ready to make you feel at ease.